It is under 3 months until Euro 2024 begins, and the past week has seen the release of many of the national teams' official kits for the tournament. So I thought I would take a look at every home and away strip released so far and rank them. I'm going to be doing plenty more content on Euro 2024 as the tournament approaches, so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, so let's start off with Belgium's home kit, which is a deeper crimson than the brighter red that you would usually see on a Belgium kit. We got a nice kind of 3D pattern going on across the shirt with the crown from the crest featuring, and some pretty tasteful gold detailing as well, which gives it that kind of regal feel. I think this is a really strong start. It's very clean. I think it will look really good on the pitch. So let's give this one man of the match. Now, Belgium's away kit, interestingly, is inspired by Tintin, who of course is a famed Belgian character, and Adidas have taken direct inspiration from Tintin's outfit for this kit. I think this is a really cool concept on paper. I am not a fan of those brown shorts. The shirt itself is passable. I like the colour. I think the gold works well here as well. Don't love the collar, but it is a decent shirt. The brown shorts are just, I don't know, I'm kind of getting chino shorts on the beach kind of vibe, and that does not look good in a football kit. So yeah, I like the idea, but I don't think the execution is completely there, so I'll give this one good effort. Right, on to Croatia's home kit, which features much larger red and white squares than we would normally see. Probably not the most exciting kit in the world, but it is fitting with their traditional strip. So I'll go for good effort on this one as well. Slightly different look for the away kit, which is kind of building on that kind of jagged pattern they had from the 2022 away kit. A pretty clean look again, but nothing that really excites me, so I'm going to go for good effort there too. Denmark's home kit. Hard to get super excited about this one. It's the kind of traditional red strip that Denmark tend to play in. I do like some of the detailing on it. You've got that kind of small gridded pattern within the inlay of the shirt. One thing that I do think is really cool is they've tried to play tribute between the national team and the local clubs that the players come from. So they've paid tribute to them by including the names of the 1,535 Danish Football Association clubs inside the jersey. That is a very nice touch, however it doesn't affect the outside of the shirt, which is getting a little bit boring, I'd say, so I'm going to go for yellow card on this one. Away kit, very plain, pretty simple. You've got the white and red details. I'd like to see them do something a little bit more daring in future, so this one is going to go in yellow card as well. Now, of course, England, which has already been subject to a lot of debate. Here is the new home shirt. We've got this kind of interesting new collar on the shirt, the red and blue detailings around the sleeves, and then that blue inlay down the side. I think there's quite a lot of inspiration taken here from the 1986 World Cup kit, and I really quite like it. It is quite plain, but of course England do play in white. I do hugely prefer this to the 2022 World Cup shirt. I did not like what was going on the shoulders of that. And I think this just looks like a much more traditional England shirt, and it's probably one of my favourite kits that Nike have done for England. That said, I did just call Denmark's kits pretty boring themselves, and even though it's really clean and simple, I don't think this is going to be the best England kit of all time, or one that will go down as an absolute classic. So I'm going to go for good effort on this one. Now for England's away kit, for the first time ever, we have a purple away kit. It doesn't really look that purple, it's kind of a grey, almost black colour. This one obviously is controversial because it's a change from the more classic red we would usually see for an away kit. I do quite like it. I would say it kind of looks a bit like a training top, but one thing I really don't like is these colours down the side of the shirt, which really actually ruins it for me. So unfortunately, even though I really like the fact that we've tried to go for something different, I don't think it's actually come off for this one, so yellow card it is. France's home kit. First of all, that is a very big badge. It's a really clean look overall. You've got the kind of tricolour look on the collar. The blue has just got a little something in the pattern which makes it not look too plain. And there's almost something quite retro about how understated the overall strip is. But I'm not 100% sold on that massive badge. So this one is going to have to go into good effort. Now the away kit also features that gigantic badge, but it's going for a much more retro feel with those pinstripes kind of harking back to France kits of the 1980s. And I do actually really like this in isolation, but the pinstripes extending down to the shorts on this one, look a little bit weird. It sort of starts off by looking like a baseball shirt, but then you add those shorts in and kind of getting swimming vibes for some reason. I do like the pinstripes, but on a white shirt, I'm not so sure. I'm not really completely sold by these colours. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to go for yellow card here. Germany have had a lot of iconic kits over the years, and I do think that these two for Euro 2024 could join them. The home kit has got the German flag colours coming into the shoulders, which I think is perfectly offset with the 3 white stripes. And then you've just got enough of a pattern beneath the white to make it not look like every other German shirt they've done in the past. I think this is a really well balanced, nice kit. So this one is going to join Belgium in man of the match. And as for the away kit, this is beautiful. I really like this. I know it's garish, but I love the fact that they've gone for a bright pink kit. I always think it's ballsy for teams to play in pink. You have to be a really good team to pull it off. And whether Germany will be that really good team is yet to be known. But the pattern, the kind of sprayed look, kind of really giving those garish looks of the 90s. And I think this one will be very popular for fans of all teams in the future. So I'm going to give this our first and maybe only future classic of the video. On to Hungary's home kit, which I just can't get excited by. It just looks a bit too confused for me, and a little bit kind of template. You take off Hungary's badges and this just looks like an Adidas training kit. I just can't get excited by this one, I'm afraid, so I'm gonna go for yellow card. And it's the same really for the away kit, which is just in a white colour instead with the green and red detailings. I do prefer this, I think, to the home kit, but again, take off those badges and I'm just seeing Sports Direct Adidas shirt for 15 quid. Now, Italy's home kit, which actually features pretty similar design details to Hungary's kits. You've got this kind of curved design on the inside in white, bit of detailing in the actual pattern of the shirt. But one thing that I do really like is the use of Italy's colours in the 3 Adidas stripes on the top. That looks really classic. The placement of the badge and the sponsor rather than Adidas being in the middle looks a lot cleaner to me. There's still something not quite right. It doesn't really look premium football shirt to me. So I'm going to go for good effort on this one. But Adidas do come good on this design for me because Italy's away kit I am a very big fan of. Now the interesting thing is this is not a million miles away from the Hungary away kit, which I just said I didn't really like that much. But the details are just right on this one. Those curves on the insides of the shirt look really good popping in the green and red of Italy's badge. And this time not only have we got the colours on the 3 stripes on the shoulders, we've got the green on the right shoulder, red on the left, and the blue perfectly on the collar. I am a big fan of this one, and I think we're going to see a lot of people wearing these in the future. So this will, in fact, join Germany in future classic. Now the Netherlands have such a distinctive look for their national kit, so I think it is very hard to go wrong. So Nike have clearly played it safe, going with a nice blue round neck to complement the orange. It is very simple and understated, and some might think it's boring, but I think that the simplicity has been executed very well. And I think this one is going to look great on the pitch. So this is going into man of the match as well. Now Nike have gone for something a little bit more daring on the away kit. The print is inspired by the Dutch art movement De Stijl, and hidden within the pattern of the shirt we've got elements of that lion from the crest as well. Got a slightly unusual collar as well, which I didn't quite notice at first glance. It does slightly give me London bus or tube seat more than anything, but I do rate the effort to try something a little bit different, so we'll put it in good effort. Portugal's home shirt. Nothing crazy going on here. This is a very classic looking Portugal shirt. Does look really clean. The red looks really nice, but it is a little bit safe. So this is going to go into yellow card. Now this is Portugal's final shirt before they move to a deal with Puma, and they've gone for something a little bit out there, going for this kind of European tiled look within the pattern. I think this is a really cool idea, and I like they've gone for something traditional. However, I don't think the execution looks great. It looks a little bit washy, and I do think this is going to be ultimately a pretty forgettable kit. So this is going to go into yellow card for me. Now Adidas have played it pretty safe for a lot of teams this year. However, they have come up with something pretty unique for Scotland's home shirt with this tartan based look. It's got those same curved details as we've seen on the Hungary shirt, the Italy shirt, but this unique pattern just makes it stand out a lot better. We've We've got very traditional colours for Scotland as well, and I'm actually a really big fan of this. So this can go into man of the match. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for the away kit, not only because I think the choice of colours is really poor, but again, we've got that kind of training look feel. Just doesn't feel very Scottish to me, and I think it's a really weak looking kit. So unfortunately, after all the good things I said about the home kit, this one is going into straight red. Spain's home kit, again, we've got that similar template look. I think the red is a bit too strong on this one. I think when you're using yellow as an accent on the kit, you've got to be really careful about how bright that red is. This one feels less regal and more McDonald's to me, so I'm going to go yellow card. The away kit, I am not really a lover of. I don't really like the colour that they've chosen, and I do think this is going to be quite a forgettable kit in the long run. I do like the number on the front of the shirt. I think maybe the home kit could have benefited from that. But yeah, I'm not really sold on this, so this is going to go yellow card as well. And lastly, we've got Turkey's kits. Starting with the home kit, which has got this kind of unique strip across the front with Turkey's badge in the centre. As far as Nike's kits go in this tournament, that is pretty unique, but it is otherwise a pretty simple and otherwise boring kit, so this is going to go in yellow card. And last but not least, we have Turkey's away kit, which I think is actually a lot cleaner than the home shirt. It is a bit plain, but having the shorts match as well, I think is a really clean look that I think is going to look great on the pitch. It is ultimately just a red kit though, so unfortunately I can't go higher than yellow card here. So there we have it. Those are all of the official Euro 2024 kits so far ranked. These are of course just my opinions, and I'm sure a lot of you will be disagreeing with my thoughts on these. So please let me know what you think in the comments. What are your favourites? Which ones do you hate? And which ones do you really disagree with where I've placed them? If you like this video and want to see more of this type of content, maybe I can do the rest of the shirts once they're fully released, then let me know in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed watching, then don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Thanks again, I'm Hoopsa, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!